Hi there, I'm Stacy, the mixed media and caustic artist behind Studio Stacy. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail and title of this video, this week's painting did not go as planned. So I'm going to talk about that in a bit, but I thought I would start the week off and show you what it was supposed to look like, or what I was painting, and kind of walk you through the process to begin with. Good morning. Happy Monday. I am up early working on doing some quick meal planning on the computer. It's going to be kind of a crazy busy week. I have about 15 minutes of free time, so I wanted to plan out our week for the meals, and then later on today I'm going to put a grocery list together, and we are very lucky that our grocery store does curbside pickup. So my husband can go pick up the groceries later this week, but this way the meal planning part is done. So yeah, so I'm going to do that real quick for about 15 minutes, and then probably go have breakfast with my husband and start the painting day. So I had breakfast and back up in the studio now, and I figured I would flip the camera around and show you the photo that I'm going to be painting this week for week 13 of Painting Your View. I can't believe it's the 13. Just a few more weeks to go. Anyways, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this week's painting. It has quite a bit of like little details in it, but I think I'll probably start how I always start, and that is with an underpainting. So before I start the underpainting on the panel, I'm going to do like a bunch of color swatches onto a sketchbook, because I don't normally use a lot of these orangey, browny kind of colors. I'm not exactly sure what colors I have to use and how they're going to actually come out once I apply them. Okay, so I am going to let that underpainting dry, and in the meantime get the rest of this mess cleaned up. And then I can actually start putting the wax onto the painting. After applying several layers of the clear encaustic medium, it's now time to start applying the encaustic paint. I've noticed after working with some of this paint that I'm running a little bit low on some colors that I think I might need. So I'm getting out the oil paint and I'm going to be making some encaustic paint, and I thought I would take you along on that little journey. I don't know if you can see that real well, but around each of those oil paint blobs, some of the oil has like leached out onto the paper towel. So I'm going to continue to let it do that to get as much oil out as I can before I mix it up to make some paint. Getting back to this painting now, I am going to be using, of course, some encaustic paint, the 2 griddles, and some teeny tiny little small paintbrushes to try to get a lot of the detail that was in that photograph. And then, of course, also using my torch and just making sure things are cleared out of the way for fire safety before I fuse between each layer with that torch. I will let you sit back and watch this painting process here, and hope you enjoy. Alright guys, didn't get real far on this painting at all today, but I have to call it a day, work on a few other things, and this is nowhere near done, but got a lot of first layers of color down. So I will pick you guys back up in the morning. Good morning. I have the wax turned on and I'm going to attempt really hard to get most of this painting completely done today. Like I said, it's going to be a very busy week, and so I'm trying to get this painting done in 2-ish days, which doesn't usually happen. So we'll see how this goes.
But first, it's time to make that encaustic paint out of the oil paint.
Okay, I just wanted to show you this little oil paint. I let it sit overnight, and it's still creamy. You can see that. So but most of the oil has hopefully been kind of leached out onto the paper towel. So I'm going to mix it up with some wax and make some encaustic paint with it.
I now add that oil paint, just a bit of it, to some clear encaustic medium, and I stir, stir, stir. Lots and lots of stirring.
After that wax has been really mixed up, I pour it into this silicone mold and let it cool, and then I will pop these out later on.
It's about here in this painting process, when I'm on layer number 147 or something like that, that I start to feel a little discouraged. And here's where I want to talk about a failure. Sometimes art just doesn't work out. This could be seen as a complete failure, but I think a better perspective is to see it as a learning process or part of a valuable experiment. There's something to be said about trying and failing. It means you're in the game. You're pushing back. Failure is not the end. It can be very discouraging to seeing all of the perfect lives, pretty spaces, and gorgeous art on social media. I wanted to show you there's no harm in trying and failing. I wanted to show you the behind the scenes and the reality of making art. Sometimes you win, and sometimes the painting is just not so pretty.
Okay guys, this painting may be a lost cause. It is not working out at all. I'm not giving up yet, but I am actually thinking about completely scraping all the layers off of this and starting over. And honestly, I'm trying not to panic because it's not going well. And if I'm completely honest with you, I know it's just, a piece of art, but it's somebody's photo, a photo that means something to them, and I don't want to give up on it, and I don't want it not to work out. So definitely some frustrations this week, and there's some other things going on too, but that's completely beside the point. So I'm gonna try to keep pushing through and see what happens. I'm sure that I will be able to work something out. I'm just not sure if it's gonna look, or rather I'm gonna use this photo or this particular painting. Time will tell. You win some, you lose some, and in the big scheme of things, it's okay, right? It's okay. And so I just need to, I think, chill for the night, and we'll see where this goes in the morning. So I'll pick you guys back up in the morning. Good morning, guys. I have decided to start this painting over. Not completely start it over, but I'm basically going to obliterate the existing painting and start a new idea that I have in my head. Not sure if I'm going to get this completely done for this video, but we'll see. So yeah, I guess let's get started. Before I completely obliterate all of the painting, I am going to pick out some yarn colors, and I store my yarn in these shoe rack things on the back of my studio doors. You may have seen this in a few of my backdrops. But anyways, going to pick out some yarn and we'll see how this goes. Another experiment, so I don't know how this is going to work out.
I want to apply that yarn, or rather crochet that yarn, to some fabric. But first I have to dye the fabric, and I'm using some watercolor to do that.
All right, so I'm gonna let that fabric dry that I just put the watercolor on, and I'm going to destroy the background of this painting and start over. Okay, this is now dry, but it came out really quite a bit brighter than what I was thinking it was going to be. So I'm gonna go in with some instant coffee and maybe these two other darker colors, and one more time and let it dry, just because I'm afraid that this is gonna be too bright. So we'll see. I was just going to pack up a piece of artwork to be shipped out, and so I thought I would share with you what each piece comes with and how it comes shipped and all the stuff, all the good stuff.
Every piece of art comes signed on the back. I don't want to take away from the painting on the front. It also comes ready, wired, and ready to be hung right onto your wall. Each piece also comes with a certificate of authenticity with the painting's name, size, and of course my signature saying that I made it and it's an authentic piece of art. Before I ship each painting out, I lightly buff them with a soft cloth just to bring out the shine of the encaustic paint and make sure it's all nice and clean. Then you also get a personalized thank you card from me, along with a buffing cloth to continue to keep your painting nice and shiny, and some simple encaustic care instructions. That cotton fabric is now dry, so I'm adding some crochet to it just to add a little bit more texture and interest to the painting, which will hopefully happen a bit later.
Good afternoon. I kind of abruptly left you guys yesterday. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you basically what ended up with the painting yesterday, which isn't a whole lot. And I've been editing all afternoon, so I'm honestly not sure how much more of this painting I'll get done, or if it will get done this week, but we'll see. So yeah, let me flip the camera around and I'll show you where we left off. Okay, here it is. Pretty much a basic white background, and you can still see a lot of those different areas shining through the white, which I really like. Obviously it is nowhere near done. And then this is that piece of watercolor coffee stained fabric that I crocheted on. So I'm going to be using this in the piece along with obviously more encaustic paint and such. So we'll see where this goes. Happy Friday, guys. You know what they say, when it rains, it pours. So this morning I woke up to this.
Our kitchen faucet decided to leak all into this cabinet and onto our kitchen floor. Thank goodness for a good Moen warranty.
And then this afternoon, this happened.
Our roof leaked down through a can light in the studio ceiling and on into the studio. The only way up there is through a tiny little bathroom into a tiny little closet through a tiny little hole in the ceiling. This is this weekend's project. Wish us luck.
And now I am just on the computer editing some more things, but yeah, we'll see how the afternoon goes. All right, see you in a bit. I unfortunately did not have any time left to work on this painting this week, so it's going to be left just like this. And so you'll have to stay tuned for either next week, or I might release 2 videos next week. We'll see. Or you might have a video with 2 paintings in it. So either way, it's kind of exciting. So stay tuned and see where this painting goes along with what I do with that crocheted fabric to add it to this painting. I just wanted to come on here one more time and say thanks so much for watching. I know you didn't get to see a finished, completed painting this week, but that is the creative process and life as an artist. It is full of ups and downs, rejections and breakthroughs. And I just wanted to be real with you guys and open and honest. And I debated whether or not to publish this video. But again, this is life as an artist and the behind the scenes of Studio Stacy. So I'm encouraging each one of you to go out, try something new, perhaps fail, maybe you'll learn something along the way, but try something new and have fun with it. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It's so much appreciated. And if you're not subscribed and would consider doing so, I would also appreciate that. We'll see you sometime next week. Bye for now.